In this video, I will show you how to count cells that are not between two numbers in Excel like this. So let's get started. Here in this Excel sheet, I have marks obtained by students in this column. Now I want to count the cell values not between two numbers 50 and 100. We can use the COUNTIF function to do that. The COUNTIF function counts the number of cells that match the specified criteria. We need to specify the range of the cells as the first argument and match criteria as the second argument. To count the cells that are not between two numbers, we need to find the cell values that are less than the first number, which is 50, and are greater than the second number, which is 100. Let's start the formula by typing an equal sign in the target cell. Now type COUNTIF followed by an opening bracket. Select the range of the cells as the first argument. Since we want to find the cells that are less than the first number, let's type the less than sign in the double quotes. Now let's concat the cell value containing the first number with the less than sign using the ampersand operator like this. Type the closing bracket to complete the first part of our formula. Now we need to add the count of the cells that are greater than the second number, which is 100, to this count. Let's do that quickly. Finally, hit the enter key to complete the formula. As you can see, we now have the count of the cell values that are not between two numbers. We can also use the sum product function to count the cells not between two numbers. Here is the formula to do that. Here, the first part of the formula checks if the cells are less than 50 and returns an array of 5 elements containing true, false, and false. The true values correspond to cell values that are less than 50 in the given range, and the false values are for the cells that are not less than 50. Only the first and third cells are less than 50, so we got true as the first and third elements of the array. The rest of the array elements are false. The second part of the formula checks for the cells that are greater than 100 in the given range and returns an array of 5 elements containing 5 false values because none of the cells are greater than 100. The arithmetic operation converts true and false values to 1 and 0 respectively. The Boolean plus operator creates an OR logic, and the result of that operation is an array of 5 elements containing 1, 0, 1, 0 and 0. Finally, the sum product function adds the elements of the array, and the result of that is 2. As you can see, we now have the count of the cells that are not between two numbers. The COUNTIF function is specifically meant for counting the cells matching multiple conditions or criteria. However, we cannot use the COUNTIF function in this case because it joins the matching conditions using the AND logic. If we use the COUNTIF function like this, we will always get 0 because there cannot be any cell that is less than 50 and greater than 100. What we need for this requirement is an OR logic, and the COUNTIF function has the AND logic for joining the conditions. Watch these videos to learn more Excel tips, tricks and how-to tutorials. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.